So welcome, Virat. Last month, Hyundai Creta crossed 1.2 million in sales. It's the 10-year anniversary of the brand, and SUV contributes roughly 60 odd percent to your overall sales mix. How are you celebrating this 10-year milestone with Creta, and what is in store for consumers?
Thank you, Varun. Glad to be here. See, the Creta has been a game changer SUV in India since its launch in the Indian market in 2015, about a decade back. See, the car obviously when it came was a disruptor, but the greatness of the product and the communication packaging that we have done is that every year for the last 10 years, Creta has been a leader of its segment. Okay, in the first 1 or 2 years, there were not many competitors, but in the last 2, 3 years, almost every manufacturer has got strong competitors. But the Creta has really reigned supreme. Obviously, we've got 1.2 million Cretas on road already. And in the month of June, which is last month, the Hyundai Creta was the largest selling car in India, not the largest selling SUV or the leader of the segment, but the Creta has really dominated hard. See, please understand it is a function of a lot of things that results in such an outcome. It's a function of how in an agile manner the company is updating the product continuously every 2 to 3 to 4 years. It is always bringing cutting edge USPs in connectivity, in safety, in comfort and performance, so that the product delivers leadership attributes or dominant attributes which gets customers coming back to it as repeat purchases. It's very difficult in today's world to keep on hunting for more and more consumers. You've got a set of consumers who've come, who love the brand. If you encourage repurchase, if you upgrade the product in such a manner that you get repurchase, it'll be brilliant. We have obviously done consistent impact communications, but also sustained always on communications on the brand for these years continuously. So it is a solid brand, one of the biggest brands in the auto industry. In the month of July onwards, we will celebrate 10 years of Creta. It is truly a legend forever, with more than 1 million dreams attached to the product. There will be a high decibel campaign coming very soon. We are looking at a lot of digital contests, a lot of crowdsourcing and UGC work with our customers, a lot of celebrations at our dealerships. But basically, giving this legend the right space back in the consumer's mind so that it, as I said, it remains a legend forever.
Absolutely. The Creta at the price point which it is, and coming, it's a 10-year-old brand, it's not new, so to say, has built its leadership over so many years. What have been some of the learnings and unlearnings over the years that the sales of the Creta has taught you about the customers who are buying it? And some of those customers might be returning this year to become buyers again because that 10-year car's life cycle might be over. What is the same about the Creta as it was 10 years ago, and what is new about it?
No, so the capability of the SUV is the same as it was from 2015 to 2025. The way it adapts to Indian conditions, the way it adapts to seasonalities, geographies, road conditions, etc., is the pure capability of the SUV. I think that has been fundamentally very strong from day one. Uh, what has evolved over the last 5 years or so is the feature stack. Creta has always actually launched ahead of market features whenever it has got a new avatar. For example, one of the first cars to launch a panoramic sunroof, one of the first cars to launch Blue Link connectivity systems, where in multiple languages you can actually say open sunroof and the sunroof opens. Today, with ADAS features on safety, one of the at its launch in 2024, it was the car that had one of the highest ADAS features from a safety point of view. Uh, and yes, obviously, we also realize that while the consumer is buying on sheer looks and performance and brand, interior space, interior ergonomics, interior technology is also very important. So the car is completely transformed from an interior cockpit point of view. And I'll give you another aspect. In 2024 January, we launched the last version of the product, and we had a very high decibel iconic campaign with Mr. Shah Rukh Khan and Ms. Deepika Padukone. The film was directed by the iconic director Siddharth Anand. We did it about a month of a campaign in pure Bollywood style, uh, poster and movie launch format. The campaign did very well. The car was picked up very well. So when you have a great product on your hands, it is the marketeer's job to build a beautiful story on top of it, so that the consumers can actually appreciate the evolution that the Creta has brought year on year, beating the market and delivering the satisfaction to the consumer.
Fantastic. I want to touch upon the point of the sunroof because it doesn't add anything to the performance of the car or the look of the car, but that one member of the family, which is the children, are
Absolutely.
really into that. And so, over the years, selling the Creta, who are the other members of the family who have a very vital influence in the car buying decision that you've spoken through your campaigns and marketing?
So today, to be very honest with you, Varun, in a nuclear family, all members are almost equal decision makers in car buying. The son or the daughter will actually decide which mother brand or which product brand to buy or not buy. The boy may stand up and say that I want a car that has to have a big sunroof. There are the color, the performance, the features are now no longer decided by the mother or the father who is actually going to own car or drive the car, but decided by almost every member of the family. So hence, from a marketing point of view, Varun, the objective for us is to impress upon in a relevant manner that individual. We would, that is why we are doing a lot of work with our partnerships on Sunburn, with our partnership with Universal Music, where we do youth targeted activations, youth targeted marketing, so that when there is an important voice in the family, we want the voice also to have resonance with the Hyundai brand, with the Creta brand. So it is this car, but a lot of our other products also. We are clearly working on a strong parameter of youth marketing as a pillar in my media mix.
Fantastic. You've done a high impact association with Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone, Siddharth Ardhan. A study on the IPL found that most consumers couldn't identify the celebs and the brands they were associated with in most cases, right? How do you make this association more impactful? And really, how do you measure what these celebrities bring to your brand in terms of the uplift, in terms of the awareness that they drive to really make it a stronger association?
No, but there is obviously no doubt on the fact that when you use the celebrity which has a very strong match with your company's values and your product's values, when the advertising is relevant for the brand and also resonates with the fans of the celebrities, your uptick on day one onwards will definitely be very strong. See, we obviously measure daily searches, daily footfalls, daily finger falls when we do any such campaign. To be very honest with you, just about a month back, we onboarded Mr. Pankaj Tripathi as one of our brand ambassadors. Pankaj has come in for our tactical outreach campaigns, our promotional campaigns, our festival campaigns, etc. And to be very honest with you, June is not one of the strongest months in the industry. But Pankaj Tripathi's campaign, "Aap Dil Ki Suno ya Deals Ki Suno, you will buy a Hyundai," really got unbelievable traction in the first week itself. It was a 360-degree campaign, but when Pankaj, in his charming demeanor, went across the advertisement, which is also humorous in nature, we really got measurable impact, higher click-throughs, etc., which would not have come through if we would not have an affable celebrity face on the campaign. So you have the right celebrity, have the resonance with your brand values, uh, do communication that will resonate with fans and your prospects. I think then you will generate magic.
But what brought you to Pankaj in this day and age? A couple of years back, Pankaj may not have been the choice you would have looked at. You would have looked at a much more mass celebrity. Today, what informs your decision when you approach brand ambassador for your brand?
So as we discussed earlier also, Varun, our consumers are on OTT. The OTT market is supposed to fundamentally grow from 2025 to 2028. Um we are also looking at content on OTT not only being consumed in Hindi, but a lot of dubbed content being consumed generated first in a certain language and dubbed and consumed in other languages. So we wanted to look at a face for our tactical outreach, as I said, which connects all India, which in a very simple, charming manner can communicate our offers, our benefits, our monthly programs to the consumers. And to be very honest with you, Pankaj topped the chart. When we went through our selection through the agency over the last 6 months, Mr. Pankaj Tripathi was clearly our first choice, and he's a very creative person. He's something who worked on the advertising with us, and as I said, we've already released the campaign. We've done some extension in July. We're also working for October. So I think it was the right choice because we always, as marketers, should be where the consumer is. If my consumer is more on connected TVs, on OTTs, then I have to get into those kinds of formats to have a better affinity and build salience on my brands.
Absolutely. Today technology is not just changing the way marketing is done, it's also changing consumption fundamentally, right? Knowing that your dealer partners were engaging with customers via WhatsApp, what did you do as a brand to kind of enable that entire journey?
No, so we have now AI-driven chatbot on WhatsApp. We are also using WhatsApp for top funnel and bottom funnel communication. We are obviously piloting and testing a lot of the capabilities along with the team at Meta to understand what we can pilot, how we can go vernacular, how we can build, uh, I would say, more and more NLP into the entire WhatsApp flows, the chatbot flows. Uh, the results are encouraging. We are also moving from old format CRM communications like SMSs, emails, RCS, etc. But we are one of the strongest in CRM communications. We have emails that go out in the millions every month with open rates as high as 60%. So having metrics for WhatsApp or all of these modes of communications is important. We try to improve it. We try to do ABC testing. We try to time band stuff. We try to have fatigue rules. So a lot of these just comes together to give us a very, very good purpose. So if it's top funnel advertising or bottom funnel advertising through WhatsApp, I think we have started strongly, but there is a lot more to do also that we are looking at.
One of the few auto brands I've heard leveraging AI, leveraging a WhatsApp-based journey. What were some of the category constraints that you had to work around, knowing that you have such a vast partner network, pan-India presence, that you had to circumvent to build this, enable this entire
So, Varun,
experience?
frankly, there was no such category constraint that we had to look at.
Yeah.
We've already built large digital ecosystems with our dealerships.
Yeah.
So we currently run a very, very large hyper local digital marketing platform with almost 600 of our outlets onboarded. It's been running very, very successfully for the last 3 months.
Yeah.
A large chunk of our actual sales coming through that platform, where the dealers can actually almost do it yourself kind of a platform. They put in the money, they select their advertisements, they run their campaigns,
Wow.
and that is in a geo-localized, hyper-local kind of environment.
Okay.
Everybody, including the network, including our dealerships, are becoming more and more digital savvy.
Yeah.
Everybody is understanding the importance of the consumer coming in through the online system.
Yeah.
So as a category, I think we have adopted that fast enough. Our evolutions are also stronger. So from a category constraint point of view, I don't think there is an issue. We are riding that wave also very, very strongly.
Fantastic. You know, for the last question, marketing organizations have grown much larger and the discipline has become
Yes.
multidisciplinary with tech coming in. How do you align the entire marketing organization as the CMO, that not only are you driving the growth and sales, but you're also moving in that same direction? Because there's a performance marketing, there's a growth marketing, brand marketing. All of them are aligned so that the brand doesn't get lost somewhere in the picture.
See, marketing function today is a very, very strong revenue driver function.
Yeah.
It no longer is just a creative hot seat to churn out great advertisements.
Yeah.
As a team, we are very, very clear on the business objectives of the organization. We are very, very clear on the ROIs we need to deliver,
Yeah.
the growth we need to do over previous years. Uh, Now, with those objectives in play, we plan the year formatting. We will do how much of top funnel, we will do how much of bottom funnel. We will stagger mid in the in parts of the months. What are the brands we will work on? What are the products we will work on? What are the tools we will work on? How much I will do connected TV? How much I will do KBC? How much I will do outdoor, etc., etc. So it is a complicated stream now. In Hyundai, yes, it is a big, big vertical. Even the entire CRM team reports into marketing. So, as I said, advertising marketing is inform, persuade, remind. Where to inform, how to persuade, what to remind is something that today we have multiple mediums, we have multiple data outputs. We should be cognizant of the fact and be present to do a better job year on year for the revenue growth of the organization.
Fantastic. I would be remiss not to mention that EVs have emerged as a very important space in the auto segment. You have launched an EV variant of the Creta. How do you address some of the consumer pain points in terms of product relevance, and how do you really market that? And the pain point which has really emerged is range anxiety, I believe. How are you looking at building your relevance in the EV space?
So the Creta Electric, we called it Undisputed Ultimate Now Electric, was launched in January 2025. We've got an excellent response on the product, and actually the number one selling achievement of the Creta in June is also on the back of the electric adding a lot of volumes into that.
Okay.
But yes, there are myths that have to be busted. There are concerns that have to be busted. When you have to change a powertrain from ICE to electric for a consumer,
Yeah.
there are different consumer behaviors that we have to educate the consumer to. So we have worked with our media partners, a lot of journalists, creating a lot of videos to show the app ecosystems that lead you to charging points, the charging behavior of the car, the range, the real world range of the car. And now, when we have almost sold a great number of cars, we are creating a lot of customer testimonials and promoting them. Because when you buy a car, you hear a fellow customer or a fellow family
Yeah.
who's bought the car do
Yeah.
very well. Also, we have now created something called Evolver's Facebook community pages, where we are getting all these consumers to come on that community page
Change.
and have conversations. They can share their concerns, fellow consumers can reply back. We can also hear what the consumer is saying. It can help me in the way we are treating them at the workshops, the way we are going to do evolution of the products, etc., etc. So we are working strongly on community building. In community building, we are trying to continuously talk about busting of myths,
Yeah.
to increase adoption of a new kind of a fuel in the country.
Right.
But I think the adoption is now much faster and much stronger. And because of Hyundai Motor Company's global EV technology coming to India via the Creta Electric, our NPS rates are very, very good on the car.
Fantastic. This approach is fundamentally very different from something like the Creta, which is very well established.
Absolutely.
What mandated this approach, and how scalable is it in terms of
No, so the mandate is that we should understand the consumer.
first
We do dipsticks with consumers who want to look at buying electric cars,
cars?
and when we understand and we speak to them, we get a sense of top 5 or top 6 concerns that they have, the pros and the cons.
Yeah.
And as a marketer, I need to educate them on how the car can solve on the cons and convert them to pros. It is obviously scalable, but we are targeting that consumer only. In a electric vehicle communication or marketing, we cannot be very large format or large
Approach.
spray and pray formats.
Yeah.
But I think education rather than myth busting is the key.
Yeah.
And it has worked very well for the Creta Electric.
Just one more question, and is that the conclusion, the second half of the year, what are the marketing activations that have been planned? What are the launches that really excite you? That
See,
is
I am
coming on?
Varun very excited right now on the Creta 10-year campaign.
Campaign.
That is something that is very close to our heart.
Yeah.
It is, as I said, 1.2 happy families. It is a true legend forever.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the campaign, and I'm sure you will be excited, and we'll have an interaction on that. But that's the next big thing. and there would be more to come later, but that I'll inform you at the right time.
Thank you so much, Virat. It was
Thank you,
lovely
Varun.
speaking to you.
Lovely speaking.